Short stories for kids, moral stories for kids, a trip to Disneyland. Short stories for kids, moral stories for kids, a trip to Disneyland. John and Nancy were so excited because their parents promised them a trip to Disneyland if they did well in school. So the kids were studying hard for their finals. They didn't know that their father had purchased the plane tickets and booked the hotel already. After weeks of preparing for their tests, John and Nancy passed their tests with flying colors. A week later they were on their way to the airport to catch the early flight to Orlando. They were very happy as that was their first flight ever, but as soon as they boarded the plane they started fighting for the only window seat they had. Their father had to intervene and tell them that one of them would take the window seat on the way there, and the other would take it on the way back. So Nancy said, "Okay John, you can have the window seat now and I'll have it on the way back." "Thanks Nancy," John said with a big smile on his face as he settled into his window seat. As soon as the plane took off, Nancy started to complain about getting an earache caused by the pressure change, while John was so busy watching out the window and telling his mom how the cars on the highway beneath looked so tiny from the plane. About a half hour later they were both sound asleep. They slept throughout the flight and woke up only when their mother told them that the plane was about to land. Soon after they landed and got their luggage, their dad went to the car rental counter to get the car he booked for the trip. John asked soon after getting the car, "Are we going to Disney now, Daddy?" "No, not now, John, we'll go tomorrow," the father replied. "But why not now, Daddy?" "Because we have to check into the hotel first and then go get something to eat. And by then it'll be too late to go to the parks." "Okay Mom, but we have to go the first thing in the morning." "Yes, right after we shower and have breakfast, I promise," the father said. The next morning John was up by 6 a.m. and woke everyone up. Up everyone, we have to go, we don't want to be late," he shouted. So all of them woke up, took their showers, had their breakfast at a nearby restaurant, and off to Disney they went. John and Nancy loved all the fun rides in the park and got to have lunch with Mickey. The family had lots of fun visiting Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Universal Studios throughout the week they spent in Orlando. The kids thought that was the best week ever because their parents made their dream of taking a trip to Disneyland come true. They were asking their parents when they will be back before they even left. For more moral stories for kids, check out the rest of the stories on our site. childrenbedstories.com